let me kind of wind this up. It's been a long meeting and a long discussion. I've had the distinct pleasure of having worked with all of these brothers who sit here on this podium today during their presidency, going back to when I was a senior vice president along with Seymour's administration. And I can tell you that there is probably no organization in Jewish life that has had the dedicated presidents that we have had. These gentlemen here have devoted time and their monetary wealth and their efforts unparalleled in Jewish life. Since I've been president, I've had the privilege of meeting with most of the other Jewish organizations through the President's Conference. And I can tell you that we don't have to take a second seat to anybody. And it's largely because of the leadership that these gentlemen have given to us. Time is late. I won't bore you with some of my reminiscence.
You're not honorary yet.
I'm not honorary yet. That's exactly right. It's an experience that I can echo what they have said. It's an experience that's unequaled. There's nowhere in my life, in my memory, that I can recall anything that has come anywhere close to doing the job that is required of the president of this organization. And one thing you come away with a feeling of pride, because you know you have perhaps made a small difference, but you have made a difference. So Dan, on behalf of our organization, I'd like to thank all of these and ask you to give a round of applause.
I'd like to, before we break for dessert, I'd like to add a personal note, very quick personal note. I've had the great privilege of working with all of the gentlemen on this stage. I have my own compendium of anecdotes. I didn't go with Tommy and Billy Perez to the Bluebird Cafe in Moscow, but I can vouch for the fact that they did go. But I was in Moscow with Seymour. It was a very important moment in history with Kent when he talked about the Ethiopians and the Soviet Jews coming while scuds were falling on Israel. What a great Zionist moment that was. Cheering Tommy on, going after these Nazi war criminals, really giving so much of his time. I figure we've got a lot of interest, but can he give the time? And then going and sitting in the room for the Shakich trial, really just fantastic. Richard going to Durban. This is one of the low points in terms of the fight for human rights in the world, and then to have B'nai B'rith be there, standing out as it did and as it continues to do. Joel, I can tell you, took on the government of Sudan at the Human Rights Council. You had to be there. You had to be there for that. You remember the Darfur situation, and we held an event in Geneva to highlight the terrible things that were going on in Darfur. And the Sudanese ambassador made the mistake of coming to that event and ran into a buzzsaw, believe me, in Joel. It was quite a time. And with Moish, so many different issues, whether it was Israel, particularly Latin America, although not only Latin America. I was very proud to be able to have been able to put that AEPI pin, I'm an AEPI brother myself, able to put that pin onto Moish. And with Allan, of course, the story is continuing. You can be sure of one thing. When the Pam Nadell of 2183 gives her speech to our convention, she'll be talking about many of these very important contributions that these gentlemen have made. So with that, the evening is...